I know, like the YMCA is just like, why? You're up here like, oh, you're making an eye.
Surprise! What's up, Stick Mobility? This is your favorite strength and conditioning coach, Jesse Grund, coming to you live from Orlando for today's class. That's right, there's 2 of you in here already. I appreciate you. If you do come in and you can hear me, throw me a thumbs up. That tells me that you can hear me as I am speaking. I appreciate everyone who's popping in. I know it's normally Kelly on Tuesdays. Hello, hello, hello. I know it's normally Kelly on Tuesdays, but we had to switch some things up today, so you got me instead a little bit later, 11:30, but still going to be an awesome class today. So we're going to go through our stick cars in the beginning. We're going to go through some kayak variations from 90-90, okay? And then we're also going to go into some isometrics as we're working those slings. And finally, we're going to progress that into an EMOM today. That's right, we are going to do a stick mobility strength EMOM to finish up with, just based on how much time we have. That's how many rounds that we'll end up doing. Remember, this month we are working slings. Now, all you are going to need today, 1 long stick. That's it. You won't need a small. Everything we're going to do is going to be using long stick today. So we'll be nice and easy. How am I? I am great. I had a Merry Christmas. Hopefully everyone did too. Whatever holiday that you celebrated, whatever winter holiday that you celebrated, please, I hope you had a good one. New Year is coming around here for us in the United States. I'm excited about that. It's going to be a really exciting time. 2022, some really exciting stuff on the way from Stick Mobility. From an education standpoint, we're looking forward to getting back to, live education. Is going to be really, really cool to get back to when that comes about, when it's safe to do so. And we're really excited about that. So let's work on everybody's health and strength today. That is what our focus is going to be. So remember, we're going to be giving percentages of intensity on the stick, whatever percentage that I tell you. If you do leave a comment or you do have a question, I will try and see them as we go, as best as I can. But as of today, we're just going to need 1 long stick. I see one of my clients popping on here. Hopefully he is going to stick around and enjoy this class. But we're going to start with our stick cars. So we got stick's going to push down about 30%, hand over hand right in front of us. Ground your feet, tuck your tailbone in, lightly push down. Left hand's on top, right hand's on the bottom. We're going to do 2 neck cars. We're going to the left, to the right to start out with. So down, pushing down 30%, round to the right, all the way around the other side. 1 more time, continue pushing. Lengthen, remember we're just trying to move the neck only. Finish that one, switch the hands, pushing down the stick, about 30%, ground those feet, tailbone tucked in, down, going to the other side, going to the left. Wrap it around, keep those shoulders out of those ears, work just the neck here. 1 more. And all the way around. Take that stick, hold it directly out in front of you. We're going to work that scapular stuff on the back of the shoulders here. So just a demonstration here, we're going to protract that scapula, elevate, retract, and depress. As we're doing this, we're trying to get through all of that scapular stuff without my elbow bending, without my head moving as I do this. All right, so we're going to take that long stick. We're going to hold it directly out in front of us. Lightly pull apart on the stick. Protract that scap. That means peel it forward. Elevate it up. Drive it back. Push it down. 1 more. Protract. Elevate. Retract. Depress. Shake it out. I'm going to go the opposite direction now. Depress and retract. Elevate up. Protract forward. Press down 1 more time. Retract. Elevate. Protract. Depress. These are cars, controlled joint articulation. Knees over toes. What up, man? It's good to see you on here. These are joint articulations, okay? So we are working on articulating the joint specifically that we are trying to work on. We're building everything from the inside out. That's how we train. So we're going to push the stick down with the left hand, 30%. Right hand's going to open up. We're going to work our shoulder car. So up and across, arms stay straight. Fingertips to the ceiling. Internally rotate that shoulder. Reach it all the way back. Keep it internally rotated. Bring it down next to my hip. Guess what? I'm going to go in reverse. Up, around, forward and down. Let's do it 1 more time. Across the body. Pinkies to the ceiling. Wrap it around. Work it back. Opposite direction. Elevate it up. Wrap it around and bring it down in front of you. Let's work the other side. Stick in the right hand now, pushing down. and back, reverse, elevate up, wrap around, bring it forward. Now, I have had people ask me, if you're doing cars with a stick, what's the difference between doing it without a stick? One of the keys to the car is a radiation in the body. So we're trying to create that nice, great core tension that we can breathe through so we can isolate just the joints you're working on. Stick's a great tool for that. Okay, I'm working the scap. I can add some pull apart and some push together with the stick. That I'm doing. So that's what makes the stick a great tool for this stuff. We're going to work into the hip now. So what I want you to do is I want you to take the stick, put it in the left hand, and I want you to bring it out to about 10:30, or excuse me, 9:30. We're going to work some capsular cars with the right knee. So I want to bring that right knee up, internally rotate, externally rotate, push down a little harder in the stick. So let's go from 30 to 40%. Internally rotate, externally rotate, release the tension, bring the hip from flexion into extension now. So if you see it, I'm not using my low back, I'm extending my hip, and then I'm gonna internally rotate, externally rotate, push the stick a little harder, internally rotate, externally rotate, and then bring it all the way up. Then we're going to abduct and adduct. So I'm going to open, push the stick down harder on that left hand, close, release that tension. So I'm pushing at 10% right now, open, push up to 40, and close. So we get a good amount there of activation by just pushing that stick and trying to stay square. Sticking to the right hand now, out to the side. Now we're looking at 230. So left knee comes up, internally rotate, externally rotate, push the stick harder, so we're up to 40%, internally rotate, externally rotate. Good. I'm gonna go underneath, hip goes into extension, pushing in the stick, internally rotate, externally rotate. Take note. Which one do you have more of? Left side, right side, internal, external. Internal, push harder, 40%. External. Up, let's open and close. So pushing down 230 with the stick. Open. So abduct, push up to 40. Adduct, bring it across. Open, push harder up to 40. Adduct and bring it across. Good, next we're going to do knee and ankle, but we're going to do it from a seated position. And this will take us to the ground. So from a seated position, what I want you to do is take the long stick, tuck it up underneath the knee. Underhand grab, pull that knee in as tight as you can. Now from here, we're going to work the knee, but we are trying to rotate at the knee. So we do have a little bit of tibial-femoral rotation that we want to take advantage of here. So I'm going to pull this knee in nice and tight as best as I can. Stay seated straight up and down. If you need to, you can put the stick on the ground to pull in if you have a problem sitting straight up. So I'm going to pull in here, external, internal, external, internal. Now what else does the knee do? The knee flexes and extends. Let's go external, extend, flex, internal, extend, flex, external, extend, flex, internal, extend, flex. Let's keep it pulled in. Let's work that ankle. So we're trying to stay upright here. If you need to put the stick down to stay upright, do it. Let's stay upright in this L-sit position, and let's work 2 ankle cars in each position. Remember, toes aren't ankles. Good, and let's switch direction. All the way around as we do this. Beautiful. Good. Left side. Pull it in. Remember, if you need to put it down so that you can stay more upright, you can. Or pull in here. External. from the tibia. So here, not here. That's why we're pulling this knee in. Internal, external, internal. Now I'm going to go external, extend, flex, internal, extend, flex, external, extend, flex, internal, extend, flex. Now let's work through that ankle, seated upright. Also, you can sit with your back up against the wall if you really feel like you need to. 2 in each direction here. 1 and 2. Good. So that completes our cars. So our joints are now been articulated. Now let's get into some actual movement. So we're going to start with some 90-90 kayaks here. Now 90-90 is a position that's a little tougher for most people. So if you need to, one of the keys with 90-90 is kind of assessing where you are from a hip internal rotation standpoint. And if you can't go 90-90 here, instead what I want you to do is I want you to go half kneeling. So I'll show you what that looks like. So in an ideal world, we can go left knee forward, right knee back. We can stay upright here and bring the stick out to the side. I call this, I once had a fish this big position. However, if you can't do that, first thing you can do is try and slide a mat or something underneath this hip. That'll help kind of bring you up. If that still doesn't work, I want you to go to half kneeling with your right knee down, but I want you to turn towards that right knee in this position. Okay? So it's like 90-90, but not quite. And it may be the perfect dosage for you as we go through this. Now as we do this, we're going to do some kayaks. Okay? As we do this, we're going to do some kayaks. If you don't know what kayaking is with the stick, arms are going to come out. I once had a fish this big, and we're moving from the scapula as we do this. So it's this big motion that works through the shoulder. Remember, for every 2 motions at the shoulder, we got to have a motion at the scapula. So we're going to do this in 90-90 position. I'm going to turn up the irradiation as we do it. We'll push the stick together, and we'll pull the stick apart as we do this. There are 122 of you on here. I appreciate all of you that are on here. Welcome. If you want to, once this is all done, this will be all reposted for you to catch up to what we're doing. So we're going to start with 90-90 to the left. One set of stick this big. I'm upright. Push the stick together, and let's do our forward kayaks. Just give me that little bit of push together as you work through this. Whew. So we're only pushing at about 25% here. That's all we need. We want to keep those arms from bending once I'm in this position. Let's push a little harder. Let's drive that push up to about 40%. Keep that kayak going. "18 seconds. We're going to go 10 more seconds here. Pushing that stick at 40. Getting that kayak to move forward. One set of fish this big. Arms nice and wide. 3, 2, 1. Reverse. Pull it apart. Go backwards. Pull and go backwards. Stay in that 90-90 position. So we're only pulling at about 30% here. Staying in this 90-90 left leg forward position, working through our kayak. If you have a long stick, that's what you should be using right now. Let's pull a little bit harder. Let's dial it up to 40. They should really be burning up to the shoulders, scap. Maybe traps a little bit. If it is, your shoulders are raising up here. We want to try and stay out of that position. As you go backwards, try to keep those arms straight. We've got 16 more seconds. Harder than it looks. 10 seconds. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And shake it out a little bit. Nice job. We're going to be switching to the other side. Going to scroll through if anybody has any specific questions here. For that person, it looked a little harder for them. We got some exclamations in here. Love it. Keep it up. All right. So now we're going to go 90-90 to the other side. Now we're going to go right leg forward. Left leg back. Again, if this position is tough for you, take a pad, slide it underneath that right hip. If it's really still too tough, really uncomfortable for you, you start feeling pain places, then go to that half kneeling position, which is left knee down, Right leg forward, and then I want you to turn towards that back hip and knee as we do this. Okay. Meet you where you are right now. Okay. 90-90 may not be the position for you. That's okay if it's not, I promise. It will get better the more you start to articulate that internal hip rotation. So 90-90 right leg forward, one set of fish this big, nice wide hands. Gonna gently push the sticks together for 3, 2, 1. We're 30% kayaking forward. Try to keep the breath in and out of your nose. It's hard for me because I'm talking to you guys at the same time. 20 seconds in, 40 to go. Keep pushing it together. Let's go up to 40% push. Twenty more seconds, and then we're immediately going to go backwards. Optional, you want to make this harder, push both knees into the ground a little harder. You'll feel that in those hips so much more. Good, let's rev it up to 40. You can see as I rev up my intention, my kayak slows. That's okay. 20 seconds. Get that big open rotation here as we go through this. 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice job. Good. Well, we warmed up those hips, we warmed up that scap with some movement. Now we're going to go into a half kneeling position. So for this half kneeling work, we're just going to be working on monkey hang, okay? Now there's an optional progression for monkey hang. If you want to, you can elevate your back foot, or you can do what I'm going to do, which I'm going to create an actual hamstring isometric in this position, okay, as I work through this. So definitely something to consider if you want to. What we're going to do is we're going to be right knee down. Now, this may be enough for you. If it is, kudos. This is your position for the next minute. And I'll ask you to push a little harder, a little harder, a little harder. Oh, look at that, that's bending quite a bit. Okay, if you want to, you can elevate that back foot, or you can do what I'm doing, which is I'm just doing a hamstring isometric in this position, which I'll rev up a little bit more and a little bit more and a little bit more as I do this. I may cramp, and if I do, you'll see me jump out of it, but not too quickly. So, when you guys are ready, we're right knee down, and we're gonna work through that half kneeling monkey hang. Sorry about that, we're having some technical difficulties. You got what I need. Can everybody still hear me and see me? Can I get a thumbs up from everybody? Thumbs up from people who can still hear me and see me. All right, here we go. We're going right knee down. We're just gonna do one round of this on each side. Right knee down, half kneeling, progressive monkey hang. And let's get into it. Right knee down, push, pick your poison. Back foot's elevated, or you're in this nice hamstring iso like I am. Gentle push right now, 10%. Rev it up to 20. Rev it up to 30. 40. See how my wrist is wrapped around here. Keep revving it up to 50. If your heel is up in that hamstring iso, I'm in. Best of luck to you as I rev this up. It's just a dance move. 60%. Hold here for 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo. If you went to the iso, that hamstring talked to you pretty fast. Left side, big reach, left knee down. Optional progression, elevate the foot, or hamstring iso like I am in. Just means I'm trying to drive my heel to my butt. And let's begin. 10% push. Breathing into the nose, out to the nose. 20% push. 30. 40. 50. 60%, hold for 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. Whew. That is a hamstring that was having a conversation with me. Awesome. So we've moved through our cars, our active stretching sequences. Now we are going to work into some positional isometrics. Now, I'm a big fan of isometrics. If you do not include isometrics in your programming, I highly, highly encourage you to do so. So we're going to do 2 different isometrics. They are unilaterally based, so we'll be switching sides as we go through this. 4 total intervals. We're going to do 4 total rounds of this. So we are going to go an opposite foot, opposite arm Superman, and we are going to go an overhead dead bug extension press. You're going to need a wall for this. So if you don't have a wall or something to push on, get something hard that you can push on here. So first one we're going to do is that Superman I was telling you about. So you're going to lay down on your stomach, left side facing the wall to start. And from this position, scale up just a little bit here, guys. Sorry about that. That'll be better. From this position, you are going to raise the opposite leg and press the opposite arm. And we are going to hold here. Now you notice my other arm is loaded like I'm about to do a push-up. So we're going to do that for 15 full seconds. We're going to gradually increase the intensity as we go. Each round it'll get more intense. We're then going to go to a laying down on our back to hit that anterior oblique line. 6 is going to go behind my head. And what I'm going to do from here is arm goes up overhead, opposite leg, extend, so my left leg extends, and then I'm going to push my right arm, push that stick into the wall as hard as I can. We're going to do the same thing on the other side as well. So 15 seconds at a time, gradually increasing the intensity as we go. Y'all with me? Ready to do this? This is great core work we're doing here. Lots and lots of functional adaptations here. I'm going to scoot you guys back just a little. Hello. Smiley face. Love the smiley face. All right, here we go. Starting left side facing. Laying down on the stomach. Line up the end with the stick with the inside of your shoulder. Right hand pulled in like you're going to do a push-up. Draw that belly button in off the ground. Raise the right leg, extend the left arm, and hold for 15. 14. 13. 12. 11. 10. Push it to the wall. 9. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. Woo! Down. Let's switch it up. Let's do the other side. So remember, as I'm doing this, I'm pushing it into the wall as I do this. Bam. And we're starting with a default tension of 30% into the sticks. So right side facing now. Stick in line with the inside of your shoulder. Left hand pulled in like I'm going to do a push-up. Core nice and tight, loaded. Extend right arm, raise left leg, hold for 15. 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. Woo! All right, now we're gonna go to that dead bug isometric now. So I'm gonna lay down on my back. I want the stick to be behind my head. We're going with the right arm with the stick. And still pushing it into the wall. So I'm gonna need to be a little closer to the wall than I was before. Knees up, left hand down at your side. Extend your left leg and your right arm. Keep that low back push down and push into the wall at 30%. Hold for 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Brilliant. Good. Let's go to the other side. Let's do the same thing. Do not incorporate isometrics into your training. You are missing out on a huge opportunity. Left hand behind the head. Scoot in. A little closer.
Yeah, no, you definitely gotta work on that because
Legs up. Low back push down.
yeah, it's
Gonna extend the right leg and the left arm. Low back stays pushed down. And push for 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo! Round 1 is done. Let's wrap it up. We got round 2 to go. Back to the stomach. Left side facing. Back to that prone position. Right foot pulled in. Stick in line with the crease of the shoulder. Abs tight, so you're trying to lift your belly button up off the ground. Plug that left foot in, plug that right arm in. Extend the left arm. Raise the right leg. Hips square, hold for 15. 40%, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Down. Why is it so important for me to get my belly button off the ground? So that when I raise that opposite leg, I'm not extending through my spine to do it. Super, super important. Switching sides. Right arm pushing. Left leg raising up. Here we go. Belly button tight. So belly button's off the ground if you can. Left leg raises. Right arm pushes. 40% and hold. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11,
I'll see you in
10,
the new year, right?
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Down. Flip over onto your back. Still work with that right arm. Knees up, hand down at your sides. Gonna extend the left leg, extend the right arm, push and hold. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Flip around, other side. Scoot in. Left arm gets the stick behind your head. Right hand down at your side, legs up. Extend the right leg. Push the low back down, pushing with the left hand. 40% and hold. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11. Stick right off the ground. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back in and down. Good. 2 rounds down. We got 1 more to go because I want to make sure we have time for that EMOM today. So we're going to push it 50%. 50% doesn't sound like a lot, but for this drill, it is a lot. So prone position. Right arm pulls in. So I'm loading this side. So I'm keeping myself from rolling into the side. That's the whole purpose of taking this arm and pulling it in and loading it. Pull that belly button off the ground. Raise that right leg. Extend and hold. 15, 14, 50%. 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo. Down. Smoke show. Let's go. Opposite side. Prone position. Left hand pulled in. Loaded. So when I say loaded, it's not relaxed here. It's like I'm about to push off the ground. Right hand's got the stick, right side facing. Belly button tight, lifts off the ground. Left leg raises. Right arm pushes. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Down. Flip over onto your back. Left side still facing. Right hand's got the stick again. Right behind the head. Legs up, toes dorsiflex, hands down at your side. Low back push down. Head down. Extend the leg. Extend the arm. 15-second hold. 14, 13, push. 12, 50%. 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Flip it around. If you can't extend the leg, that's okay. Go to where your maximum extension is. On your back. Left hand behind the head. Hands down at your sides. Here we go. Feet up, hands down at your side. Extend the right leg, extend the left arm. Low back push down. 50% and hold. Last 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. Woo. Sling isometrics. Done. Nice and warm. Hopefully those did for you what they did for me, starting to connect some of the dots that we work with as athletes and as human beings. We want to be able to connect those dots front side, connect those dots on the back side. If you can't tell, I'm sweaty because I'm working, and I hope you are too. Now, we're going to get into your EMOM today. We're only going to do a couple rounds of this. When we're doing an EMOM, you're going to pick between 8 and 12 reps. If you want to do 8, give me more tension. If you want to do 12, make sure your form's on point. 12, at the pacing at which we'll do things, which each rep should take about 3 seconds, it's going to take you about 36 to 40 seconds of that minute interval. If you don't understand how an EMOM works, we're going to set a running clock, and every minute on the minute, we're going to continue doing a different exercise. We've got 2 exercises. They're double-sided, so it's 4 intervals total, and we're going to go through 3 rounds of this, so this will take us 12 minutes. Let's go over this. So, first one we have, one of my favorites, is a step back lunge to overhead press. So we're side facing, right side facing the anchor. Gonna grab the stick with the left hand and line myself up so if my arm gets to extension, I've got some push into the stick into the wall, so adjust your stick as necessary. As we go through the press, we're gonna lunge. So I'm actually gonna lunge my right leg, my left leg back, press, then come back up. Press, come back up, and don't allow your body weight to shift. Okay, we'll do that on the other side as well. Let's practice the other side. So pushed in, set, push that stick in, press and lunge, back up, press and lunge, back up. Now, I'm gonna hinge and row. So now we're gonna go single leg hinge and row. So now my left leg's gonna be down. My right hand's got the stick here. I'm side facing. You can either go kickstand stance here, or if you can, foot off the ground. So my right side's facing, my left foot's on the ground, stick's taking the place of my right foot. I'm gonna hinge, I'm gonna row, I'm gonna rise. Hinge, row, rise. Let's go the other side. Hinge, row, rise, hinge, row, and rise. Guys and girls, we are going to do 3 rounds of this. 8 to 12 reps per exercise as we go through. Trust me, this is one you're going to want to put in your notebook and you want to do more of later. So let me get my EMOM clock ready to set us off. We're going to start with that step back lunge to overhead press, 8 to 12 reps. So right side's facing the wall, stick pushed up, so I got that room. Good, and let's step back same side as the press. 8 to 12 here. I want as hard a push as you can get to the wall. Now, I'm only doing 8 for the sake of coaching, so I can talk you through some of the stuff that you're feeling there. If you're still working, keep working, okay? We got 30 more seconds on this clock right now. When you press, should feel like it's stopping me from getting anywhere more than right here overhead. So we're firing up all that stuff across the body. And you should be finishing up if you did 12. Left side facing now. So line this up so it's directly over the shoulder. Stepping back with the right leg now. 3, 2, 1, let's go. 8 to 12. Oh yeah, good. If you're still going, you're still going. We shouldn't be repping through those fast. If you can rep through them fast, you need to push harder into the wall. Push that stick into the wall as you go. If you're doing 12, you should be finishing in 4, 3, 2, 1. Got some water. Sip it in between. We got to get set. We got that single leg deadlift in a row. Right side facing, left leg on the ground. Grabbing the stick. Stick takes place of the leg. Either going kickstand, or that foot's gonna float into the air. Remember, 8 to 12 reps of deadlift while pushing the stick into the wall, and row. 2, 1, let's go. Deadlift, row, rise. Deadlift, row, rise. Hinge, row, rise. Hinge, row, rise. Remember, pushing as hard as you can. 5, 6, 7, give me one more, and 8. Whew. Those take a little longer. There's a few more moving parts to those. 12ers, I'm going to give you 5 more seconds here, more than before. 12ers, you should be finishing in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You're not done, you're done now. Left side facing. Right foot on the ground. Left leg either in kickstand or floating in the air. Left hand has the stick. Single leg deadlift and row. 2, 1, let's go. Hinge, row, rise. Hinge, row, rise. Hinge, row, rise. Hinge, row, rise. Halfway there if you're doing 8. Hinge, row, rise. Hinge, row, rise, hinge, row, rise, hinge, row, rise. And that is our first round through. Nice job. We got 2 more rounds. 2 more rounds. If you're doing 12s, you're still going. Otherwise, we got 8 minutes of work left today. And whether that's today, December in 2021, or today after this, because remember, all these classes are available for you. So go right side facing, sticks in the left hand. Make sure we're in a place where I can set the stick, my arms in full extension. And let's go, stepping back with the left. Press, up, push as hard as you can. I think for me, if you're on 8, should be about done with that one. If you're on 12, 290 of y'all. I love it. If you've got 12, you should be finishing in 3, 2, 1, Getting set, left side facing, other side. So make sure we're in a place on the extension I can push up. Left side in line with the wall. We're stepping that right leg back. We're pressing with the right hand in 4, in 3, in 2, in 1. Let's go. Push. That's what's gonna fire up that sling. 3. 2 more. 1 more. Woo! Yes, and if you're asking at home, we're flipping around and doing the left leg now. That's a different pattern. That glute will love me for it, I promise. Guys doing 12, you gotta be finishing in 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We got hinge, row, and rise. Right side facing the wall. Stick in the right hand. Right hand taking the place of the right leg. That leg's either hovering or in a kickstand. Take your pick. Remember, wherever you're pushing, I want you trying to make a hole in that wall. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Row, rise. I'm gonna show you the kickstand version this time so you can see, to be honest with you, still works just as well. It's hinge, it's row, it's rise, it's hinge, it's row, it's rise. 2 more. Hinge, row, rise. 1 more if you're doing 8. Hinge, row, rise. Again, this is your EMOM. You don't have to go at my speed. If you're still doing 8, you can still be doing 8 right now, and that's cool. People doing 12, we should be finishing in 4, 3, 2, 1. Left side facing now. All right, so that right leg's forward, stick taking the place of the left leg. I'm going to show you kickstand on this side as well, for those of you who need to do kickstand. 2, 1, let's go. Hinge, row, rise, hinge, row, rise. This left leg should have almost no weight on it. Row, rise, hinge, row, rise. Lengthen that right glute on the way down. Hinge, row, rise. 3 more. Hinge, row, rise. 2 more. Hinge, row, rise. 1 more time. Hinge, row, rise. Guess what? We're now going to double up on that right leg. Right side's facing. Stick in the left hand. This is our last round. If you're doing 12, you should be finishing in 2, 1. It's our last round, guys. Gonna finish up with these 4 intervals, and then we are all done today. Right side facing, sticks in the left hand, stepping back with that left leg. Let's go. Push. 2, 3, 4. Push hard, come on. 6, 7, last one. 8. Oh, if you're doing 12, you're still going, you're good with that. If you're doing 8, maybe you're just finishing. Maybe you're spending more time at the bottom each one of those. And we're done in 6, 5, 4, 3. If you're doing 12, 2, 1, should be finishing right there. Left side facing now. Last set of lunges. Left side facing. Make sure that arm gets to extension overhead with a good push. Stepping back, right leg. Left leg stays planted. 3, 2, 1. Let's locomote. Push. All right. One more. Oh yeah. People donate with me, you're still gonna get a great workout in. If this is a recovery day, this is a great recovery day workout. If you're doing 12, this is a great strength training session, and you can mix all that together. This workout knows no boundaries. If you're doing 12, you got 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, Here we go, last 2 intervals. Move into the hinge. Right side facing. Stick takes the place of the right leg. Upright posture. Make sure you're firing that core in. Hide that rib cage. Not here, here. 5 seconds. Push. I'm going back to my single leg. 2, 1, let's go. Hinge. Row. Rise. Hinge. Row. Rise. Is the hop optional? You can. I want to make it harder. You can add a hop to it. I was just adjusting position. Hinge, row, rise. 5, 3 more. Hinge, row, rise. 6, 2 more. Hinge, row, rise. 7, 1 more time. Hinge, row, and rise. If you're doing 12, you should be finishing in 4, 3, 2, 1. Last set with you guys today. Love the energy. I've loved all the discourse on there. You know, 99% of the time, social media and the internet is awesome. Right leg down, stick taking place on the left leg. Here we go, last set. Hinge, row, rise. Make sure you are pushing that stick into the wall. Row, rise. 2, hinge, row, rise. 3, hinge, row, rise. 4, hinge, row, rise. 5, hinge, row, rise. 6, 2 more. Hinge, row, rise. 7, 1 more rep. Hinge, row, and rise. EMOM done. We did all of that with 1 stick. That's all we needed today was 1 stick. I didn't have my Apple Watch on, but I can tell you, we put some energy and some effort into today. So I want you to remember, you're not limited by equipment. You're limited by this. You're limited by your body's ability to move. Take it to all of its ranges, challenge its ranges, and find different ways of challenging it. Go back and do this workout again, and maybe if you were doing 8s, do 9s. Maybe if you were doing 9s, do 10s. Maybe if you were doing 12, add the hop instead. There's a bunch of different ways that you can kind of adapt and change this to work. Do more sets of the isometrics. Hold that iso for longer. There's a lot of opportunity here. I appreciate everybody checking in. Hopefully you guys will be seeing Kelly on Thursday. Send some best wishes her way. But if not, I will be here rocking through a Thursday workout. Have a great Tuesday, guys. Stick mobility. Coach Jesse Grund, signing out.